I've always known that school shoes are really important for my kids' feet, but I've never known exactly why, apart from they have to be leather, they have to be leather. So we thought it would be a good idea to have a chat to an expert to see what it is about school shoes and why they need to be really great quality for our kids' feet and some of the damage we might be doing if they're not. So today, we're lucky enough to have Dale join us from Ascent Footwear. Now Ascent are the only school shoe brand that have been endorsed by the Australasian Podiatry Council, so obviously they know their stuff. Just here to tell us a bit about school shoes and how to, and what to think about and how to get the best shoes for your kids. So first of all, Dale, can you tell me a bit about, you know, how important it is to get good fitting shoes for your kids?
Well, Sam, it's very important. Believe it or not, there's actually 1/4 of the body's bones are found in your foot. So it's a very busy part of the area, that's right. And it's estimated that a child spends about 1,500 hours a year in their school shoes. Now, obviously with 3 young kids of your own, you know that kids aren't getting from A to B slowly or calmly. It's usually running or jumping or climbing or skipping or something like that. And often in the school ground, there's a concrete surface that they're playing on, or a bitumen surface, or a sandy, gravelly, abrasive surface of some sort. So it's important that mum and dad pick a good quality school shoe, one that's going to be suitable for the conditions they're wearing them in, but most importantly, it has to fit.
Yeah, absolutely. So Dale, can you tell me what kind of long-term damage could we be causing to our kids if they're not wearing a proper fitting school shoe?
Well, Sam, the foot is an integral part of the skeletal structure. Its job is to provide a steady and stable base for all of this, to keep us upright and keep us going left and right, forward and backwards. Now, more immediate dangers are things like black toe, corns, blisters, plantar fasciitis, heel spurs, which can be very expensive to fix if you have to see a podiatrist.
Yeah. So I've always been under the impression that good school shoes equals leather. So that's all you need, just some leather shoes and they're good school shoes. But I have a feeling there's probably a bit more to it than that.
There is, Sam, yes. A good quality leather is important, absolutely, for comfort and breathability, obviously, but there's a lot more to consider in the structure and the design of the shoe.
Yeah.
So the support of the shoe, the flexibility of the shoe, it has to bend in the right place.
So can you tell me a bit about Ascent shoes and this sports shoes in disguise thing going on?
That's right, yes, we are sports shoes in disguise, and the reason that we say that and we advertise that is that this obviously is a school shoe, but it's designed in such a way that it is basically a sports shoe as well, because we're using the same cushioning as a best-selling running shoe. We've got supportive thermoplastic heel counters, and we've also got a midfoot stabilizer, just like a running shoe.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you think it would be possible to get those for some heels that I've got, make them a bit more comfortable to wear?
Well, I know, Sam, we've all seen that lady walking from the bus or the train to work in her corporate outfit, wearing her nice fluoro joggers.
Attractive.
That's right, yeah. And I'm sure that lady wishes she could wear those all day to work, and in natural fact she probably can't, because she's got a specific look or a uniform that she needs to wear her heels for. But the idea of these shoes is that I'm sure that at some stage your children have thought, I wish I didn't have to go to school in a big, heavy, bulky, really uncomfortable shoe. Yeah, and that's the whole design and the build behind this brand, is that it is designed like a running shoe, yet as you can see, it's very clearly a school shoe.
Yeah, absolutely. So can you tell us a bit about some of the things that make up a good school shoe?
Absolutely, yeah. Well, the first one you want to look for is a sturdy, firm heel counter.
Yeah.
Now, the heel counter is basically a piece of plastic in an Ascent shoe that we use to wrap around the heel, which will obviously give it some sort of shape, but its main purpose is to support the foot and the ankle.
Yeah.
To avoid any excessive roll or pitching of the foot through the shoe. Now, in the footwear industry, it's very common for brands to use a leather or a cardboard in the heel. Now, this is great to give it some shape, and when you buy the shoe, it feels nice and firm and gives it a good look, but there's actually about 250,000 sweat glands in your feet.
Wow.
And they pour about 200 to 250 mils of sweat into your shoes every day.
Wow.
Yeah, so any footwear that has a leather or a cardboard in the heel, it's not going to take too long, maybe even a couple of days, for that to break down and to become very flimsy. And
so Dale, what are some of the other things we need to be aware of with our kids and their school shoes?
Another thing you want to look for when you're shopping for your footwear is a quality midfoot stabilizer. Now, a midfoot stabilizer, the best way to explain it, Obviously we know that our footwear, our feet only bend right here where the toes are.
Yep.
There's not a whole lot of excessive flex or bend in this arch, and it's the same with your footwear. You don't want any excessive bend or flex in that area. Now, an Ascent school shoe, you can see has a midfoot stabilizer. Now this is what that is, this is the midfoot stabilizer. The best way to show it inside is by way of this nylon shank you can see running right through the midfoot.
Yeah.
Now its purpose is to make sure that the shoe is torsionally very strong, so it's not twisting and flexing excessively, but it's bending right where the foot does.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's what you want to look for when you're buying your footwear. Do that test to ensure the shoe's not folding or compressing or excessively bending. It's only bending right where your foot does, and that's the purpose of a midfoot stabilizer.
Yeah. The
same technology you find in all your best-selling running shoes.
Yeah, yeah.
So Ascent school shoes are made with what's called EVA. Now EVA is a very lightweight and very soft cushioned material.
Yeah.
And the same as what they use in a lot of popular running shoes as well. It compresses and absorbs the impact but rebounds as well. And it's very soft and very lightweight under your child's foot.
Yeah, sounds great. Yeah, well that's some really great information, Dale. I didn't know that there was so much involved in the school shoe, more than just them being leather.
That's right. They are quite technical, but Sam, foot health is something that we take very seriously at Ascent. And as you said at the start, we are actually the only brand that's endorsed by the Australasian Podiatry Council.
Yeah, that's great. So if you were to give parents one tip in terms of getting their kids' shoes fitted, what would that one tip be to keep in mind?
My one tip would be to make sure the shoe is fitted correctly. As you know, that not every child has the same foot. We all have a different fingerprint. We all have different shaped feet. Some have got a wider foot, some have got a more narrow foot. Some have a narrow heel and a wider forefoot. Others have got a very thick, voluminous foot.
Yeah.
We're all different. So the most important tip I can give is to make sure the shoe's fitted correctly.
Yeah.
Now, the best place to go and get fitted is at the Athlete's Foot. The Athlete's Foot exclusively stock the Ascent products all over Australia. They know our range inside and out.
Yeah, you can also buy them online too, right?
You can purchase online, that's right, yes. Free shipping and free returns as well.
That's awesome. All right, thanks so much, Dale. That was really, really helpful. And I know lots more about school shoes now. Woohoo!